My dear friends, today I want to begin with a heartfelt question. Do you sometimes feel uncertain about the future, especially when it comes to money, security, and how you will manage as you grow older? If you have ever stayed awake at night worrying about whether your pension will be enough, whether you will have to cut back on essentials, or if you will be able to keep living the life you deserve, then you are not alone. Thousands of Australians, mums, dads, grandparents, and seniors all across the country are in the same boat. That is why today's update is so important. Because what I am about to share with you could bring not just numbers and figures, but a real sense of relief, a breath of fresh air, and maybe even a spark of hope. The government has just confirmed the biggest changes to the age pension we have seen in years, and the new Centrelink payouts will officially be revealed on October 5th, 2025. Before we get deep into it, let me say this quickly. If you are new here or if you've been watching but haven't yet subscribed, please take a second to click that subscribe button now. It costs nothing, but it means the world to this community. By subscribing, you will never miss an important update that could directly affect your payments, your benefits, and your financial peace of mind. This channel is here for you, like family, making sure you always know the truth in simple and clear words. Now, let us dive in carefully, step by step. We need to start by understanding why this October update matters so much. Every year, pensioners and seniors wait for the government to announce any changes to payment rates, income and asset rules, and eligibility conditions. For many, this is not just news, it is about survival. It is about whether you can afford your medication, whether you can keep the heating on in winter, or whether you can enjoy that little extra treat with your grandchildren. On October 5th, 2025, Centrelink will reveal the new payout figures for the age pension, and according to early indications, we are looking at one of the biggest boosts ever. And this is not just about the base pension amount. There are also new rules coming into effect about income tests, asset tests, and additional supplements that could change how much you take home every fortnight. Let's talk about the payout figures first. Early reports suggest that the new maximum age pension payment could rise significantly, possibly by as much as several $100s per fortnight for some pensioners. Imagine what that could mean for you. More breathing space in your budget, less stress when the bills arrive, and more ability to live with dignity and comfort. But we cannot stop at just the figures. There are deeper changes too. For example, the government is reviewing how the income test works. This is the rule that looks at how much money you earn from part-time work, investments, or superannuation, and then decides how much pension you will receive. In the past, many pensioners felt punished for working even a few hours because their pension was cut back too sharply. The new changes aim to give seniors more freedom to earn a little extra without losing so much of their pension. This is a huge shift because it encourages older Australians to stay active, contribute their skills, and remain connected to the workforce if they choose, without the constant fear of being penalised. Think about how empowering that could feel, being able to say yes to a few hours of work, not only to earn, but also to feel valued, without worrying that Centrelink will slash your pension. Now, the asset test is also being looked at. This test examines your savings, your property, your car, and other assets to determine your pension eligibility. For years, many have argued that the thresholds were too harsh, forcing seniors to burn through their savings before getting proper support. With the October changes, the thresholds are expected to be lifted, which means more seniors will qualify for higher pension amounts. Imagine someone who was just a little above the limit last year. Perhaps they had some modest savings that disqualified them from the full pension. Under the new rules, they may now qualify for more support. This is not just a financial win, it is a moral victory too. Because every senior deserves recognition for a lifetime of work and contribution, not punishment for saving carefully. Let me pause here and speak directly from the heart. Friends, this update is not just about numbers on a screen. It is about justice. It is about respect for our seniors who built this country, who work through good times and hard times, and who deserve to enjoy their retirement with peace, dignity, and security. These changes, coming into effect this October, are a step toward that respect. But I know you may still have questions. How much will I personally get? Will this apply to me if I already receive the pension? What if I am on a part pension or still working? These are all good questions, and I promise we will break down every detail in this video. First, let's look at the new payout amounts. As of October 2025, reports suggest that the maximum single pension could rise above $1,100 per fortnight, and for couples, the combined rate could push above $1,650 per fortnight. On top of this, there are supplements such as the Energy Supplement and Pension Supplement, which add extra dollars to help cover the cost of living. Now, these amounts might sound technical, but let's bring it down to reality. For a single pensioner, that extra money could mean not having to choose between buying groceries and paying the electricity bill. For a couple, it could mean being able to visit family without stressing about the cost of petrol. For many, it means less anxiety and more stability. And let's not forget the automatic indexation system. Twice a year, in March and September, the pension rates are reviewed and adjusted to keep up with the cost of living. This October change is special because it comes with not just the routine increase, but also broader policy adjustments to the income and asset tests. Now, I want to share a small story to make this more human. Take Margaret, for example, a 72-year-old widow living in Adelaide. She worked her whole life, saved carefully, and thought she would be comfortable in retirement. But with rising costs of rent, medicine, and food, her savings are shrinking fast. Under the old rules, she did not qualify for the full pension because she had modest savings in her account. But under the new October rules, the thresholds will shift, and Margaret will now receive more pension support. For her, this is not just money, it is peace of mind. It means she can keep her little garden, enjoy a cup of coffee with her neighbor, and sleep easier at night. Stories like Margaret's are everywhere. And these changes are designed for exactly those people, the ones who did everything right, but still find themselves struggling in today's economy. Now, some of you may be wondering, what about the age requirement itself? In 2025, the qualifying age for the age pension is set firmly at 67. This applies to both men and women. So if you were born on or after the 1st of January, 1957, you will need to be 67 before applying. That has not changed this year, but it is important to remind ourselves because so many people still get confused about when they can apply. Another common question is about part pensions. If you are not eligible for the full rate because of your income or assets, will you still benefit from these October changes? The answer is yes. Even if you are on a part pension, the adjustments to the thresholds mean you could receive a boost. This is why everyone should pay close attention to their situation as the new rules roll out. And if you are thinking about applying for the pension for the first time, October is a very good time to do it. With higher limits and bigger payouts, more people than ever will qualify. Friends, let us talk about trust for a moment. For years, many seniors have felt left behind, ignored by politicians who do not understand the reality of living on a fixed income. Promises have been made and broken. But with these October changes, we are finally seeing action that makes a real difference. Yes, the system is not perfect. Yes, there will still be challenges. But this is progress. I want you to know that you are not alone in this journey. Every week, we will be here to explain the changes in clear and simple terms, to answer your questions, and to make sure you never feel lost in the confusing world of Centrelink paperwork and government announcements. That is why subscribing is so important. Think of this channel as your safe place, your family circle where we break down the news in a way that feels human. Now, let us return to the details. In addition to the base pension, there are supplementary payments you should be aware of. The pension supplement helps cover everyday costs. The energy supplement helps with rising power bills. And if you rent, you may qualify for rent assistance on top of your pension. All of these add up, and with the October changes, the amounts for some supplements may increase too. And here is something many people forget. Even small increases can add up over a year. An extra $20 per fortnight may not sound like much, but that is over $500 across 12 months. For a couple, that could mean over $1,000 extra in a year, money that could cover insurance, home repairs, or a trip to see family. Now let's talk briefly about working pensioners. Under the new work bonus rules, seniors can earn more from employment before it affects their pension. This is a big win. It means you can pick up casual work, help out in your community, or even pursue a hobby that pays a little, without fear that Centrelink will immediately cut back your pension. This is about freedom, freedom to stay active, freedom to keep contributing, and freedom to live life on your terms. My friends, we have covered a lot, and we still have much more to explore. Over the next sections of this video, I will guide you carefully through the exact payout figures expected in October 2025, how the income test and asset test changes will work, what this means for singles, couples, renters, and part pensioners, the important supplements you should not overlook, real stories of seniors whose lives will be changed by these updates, and finally, what you should do next to make sure you get every dollar you are entitled to. So please, stay with me until the end. This is not just about news, it is about your future, your security, and your dignity. Welcome back, my friends. If you have stayed with me all this way, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We have been walking together through all the details of the October 5th, 2025 Centrelink Age Pension changes, the new payouts, the income and asset rule adjustments, the supplements, and what it all means for you and your family. Now, in this final part, let us tie everything together so you can step forward with clarity and confidence. First, let us return to the most important question many of you have. How much will I get? The maximum single-age pension payment, as of October 2025, is expected to rise above $1,100 per fortnight. For couples, the combined maximum could exceed $1,650 per fortnight. These figures include base payments and supplements. On top of that, you may qualify for rent assistance or energy supplements if you meet the criteria. The key here is that this increase is not just a routine adjustment. It is one of the biggest boosts in years, reflecting both rising living costs and new government policy decisions. For pensioners across Australia, this means real relief. Second, we must remember the income and asset test changes. These shifts are designed to help seniors keep more of their pension even if they have modest savings or small incomes. Under the new rules, you will be allowed to hold a little more in assets before losing eligibility, and you will be able to earn a little more income before your pension is reduced. This is about fairness. It recognizes that seniors should not be punished for saving carefully or for wanting to stay active in the workforce. Third, let us not forget the supplements. The pension supplement, the energy supplement, and rent assistance are lifelines that many people overlook. Even if your base pension feels tight, these extra payments can make a big difference. Please make sure you check with Centrelink to confirm that you are receiving every supplement you are entitled to. Now, my friends, let me speak to your heart once more. These changes are not just about money. They are about respect. They are about recognizing your lifetime of work, your contribution to this country, and your right to live with dignity. Too often, seniors are made to feel invisible or forgotten. But these October changes are a reminder that you matter, that your needs are being heard. Think about what this could mean in your daily life. Maybe it means you can finally replace that old washing machine. Maybe it means you can turn the heater on in winter without worrying about the bill. Maybe it means you can say yes when your grandchildren want to go out for ice cream. These are small things, but they are what make life rich and joyful. I want you to know this: you deserve comfort. You deserve peace of mind. You deserve to look forward to each day without fear or anxiety about money. And these October updates are one step closer to making that possible. As we close this video, here are the 3 most important things you should do right now. Check your eligibility. If you are not yet on the age pension, October may be the right time to apply. With new thresholds, you may now qualify even if you didn't before. Review your payments. If you are already on the pension, make sure Centrelink has your correct details so you can receive the new payout levels. Do not assume everything is automatic. Double-check to avoid delays. Stay informed. The rules can change quickly, and the details can be confusing. That is why it is so important to subscribe to this channel. Together, we will continue to explain every update in clear, simple language so you always know where you stand.